And I wanted to first introduce you to Eric Yaverbaum, who's president of Ericho Productions.
Communications.
Communications. All right. So give me a little bit about your business. Just
I've been running PR agencies
I know you're regular PR strategy, but just for folks who don't know anything about your background.
Yeah, I've been running PR agencies. A lot of you regulars know, and I appreciate all the email that I get after the show, even if it's bad, which it usually is. But I still like that. I like to hear everybody's opinions. Been running a PR agency for 3 decades now. I write books. I'm working on my 6th right now.
6th book. That's
6th
fantastic.
book,
What's it about?
The new book that comes out in the fall is on collegiate search, which is very different from I write books about PR, I write books about leadership, but I'm writing something that I'm actually going through in life right now with my daughter. We're looking for college. She's a high school junior, so we're writing about the process together. She's my co-author, and it's a real kick to write a book with my daughter. Yeah.
That must be great.
It's a blast.
Project
it's a blast.
Good for you.
It's a really fun experience after for this jaded author, writing his 6th book. I hate writing every book until it's. I love it when I have the idea. I love it when it comes out. I hate in between writing, but with my daughter, it's fun.
Good for you. It's great to have you here this
morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
We also have Scott.
The crown and good luck.
Yeah, but you know something? It's such a perfect example. I don't care. It's a 5-minute story.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with her either. But everybody is seriously entitled to their opinion. That's kind of the problem I have with the whole thing. Is say whatever you want to say. Say what you actually feel. We're allowed to do. That's the great thing about this country.
Right.
It's a great thing about every time I come down here. Nobody ever likes what I say, but I'm allowed to say it, and we can have an intellectual debate about it. It's okay. We're allowed to have different opinions. That's what's great about this country. But it is, as we were talking about right before we went on the air, it shows you that 5-minute story. It's like, mania. It's all over the internet. We have pictures all over the internet. We have YouTube downloads.
It's a distraction from the everyday concerns that we're having right now? Why do you think it takes on a lot?
No, it's not really a distraction. It's because you can literally, you can light a match in the internet, and it's fire. And that fire is part of how the news happens. Look at the show.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that, this show, just on the internet, gets such a great response. I mean, I don't know. Every time I get off the show, they ask me.
We are very,
I'm
very
amazed by
This is really the new media. We have so many viewers,
Yeah.
as our wonderful loyal audience knows.
I know, but he walks through. You know that. I mean, he's like the man.
Yeah.
Whether you love him, whether you hate him, he's kind of a master at that.
Yeah.
He gets beauty into the equation because he owns a beauty pageant.
Right.
So somehow he interjects beauty as a part of the story when it has nothing to do with the story. And by the way, neither do the pictures. I mean, the story was what she said, not the fact that she may have been photographed when she was younger. And anybody who's ever been on a 12-hour photo shoot knows, I mean, it's a long day of changing, and
and she was a teenager.
Exactly, and that's exactly what he does. Trump is. Does anybody have any questions for the answers I'm already giving? He was giving that answer no matter what the question was, and it was to take advantage of a bunch of cameras at this time and a big story, and he can promote a beauty pageant, which he owns.
Yeah, very cool.
So promotion is the key.
That's it. Okay, moving right along.
Caught on this one. I mean, look. Would I pick Nancy Pelosi to be the face of the party that I follow? I'm not so sure, but I'd say the same thing about the Republican side. I mean, there's a lot of people when the light is put upon them, they act in ways that don't really work for either party, but both parties sits around and we defend our own people.
That's it. I mean, that's the point I'm trying to make. I think people get.
Well, I don't know. You know what? When Nancy Pelosi was hopping up and down while Obama was speaking, I mean, how much coffee did she drink? Like, it's already, your body language is embarrassing me. Like, I hope the whole term isn't going to be like this.
The whole lying thing.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm not confirming that one. But it's left up to us to read everything that we possibly can and form our own opinions. And
Bravo. Not be just nothing.
We're about to be. Look, this is what I got in a lot of trouble for here. For having an opinion about releasing of the classified information that I didn't really get what the point of. Like, I don't get those pictures that we're about to
I don't
see.
get it either. I'm with you.
If you don't, they're going to make your stomach churn, all of us. Like, I'm a civilian.
But they may be reconsidering releasing the photos
now. I don't know what in the world is the point of that one, but
I don't get it either.
But it seems like
it has not worked.
But what does work? I want to know what the alternative is.
Here's the thing. By the way, I think a lot of people don't have the nerve to say what you just said.
But I really actually pretty
secretly,
liberal
I'm
leaning.
actually like,
No, but I'm
I
pretty
like the little
liberal
secret
leaning,
torture because
so-
I want to be safe secretly.
I do. I know, but I'm
So-
admitting it. I have
We all
no-
want to
I
be
admit
safe,
it.
believe me.
That's great that you.
But
I
thank
mean,
you.
that's what.
I'm glad
I mean,
you said
let's
it
be
because I
honest.
think a lot
I
of
admit
people
it.
feel the way that you do because
I'm
if
not
it-
being politically
if
correct
if it
here. I'm
means
feeling a
saving,
little bit-
you know, doing this using this tactic to save thousands of lives, I think more Americans would admit to agreeing with your point of view than they would care to, they care to say right
They
now.
would if
do.
there was a
They secretly-
clear this works or there was a clear this doesn't work.
There's never a clear this works.
Exactly right. So basically, look, I'm sitting in between two people
Basically,
vehemently
But
debating the
which
information.
side do you err on as Americans? Do you err on the side of, well, you know what, we're going to give them all hugs,
Well, let me
and
ask
then
you
we'll see
this.
what happens?
I want my
Or do you
team
want to
nice
that's
person
not
to
attack
be-
America?
Can I
Give me a hug.
ask you?
Uma has a question. The host has a question.
Do you
get a little extreme now on the
think
hugs
America's
thing.
less safe because of the release of those CIA memos that spelled out?
Yeah, but there's also those experts that say that befriending the terrorist is how we
Well,
get
we've
it.
been
Can
trying
I-
to befriending those people for
No, I'm not saying that. Look,
decades.
I am
Befriending the
certainly not the
terrorists.
judge on which works. I don't know. I read all sides
You're
and
making
try
it
to form
seem,
my own
Scott, as
opinion.
though that's part of our root. Because we got a lot of emails on this issue. Go
All right,
ahead.
I just want to, don't you think back in the day, in the olden days, World War II, World War I, don't you think there were things going on that we knew nothing about?
God.
That
Of
there
course
were,
there were. Of course there were.
How about today?
Yeah.
2 months ago, we decided to close the secret CIA.
Nothing's secret anymore.
In the U.S. Well, what's secret CIA locations in the
See,
U.S.?
I
don't
like
know
that I
anything
didn't know that.
Right, exactly.
I like that I didn't know there
Of
were
course
secret
there's
CIA
There were
stuff.
secrets then, there's
Yes.
secrets
I
now.
hope there's some
and nobody
Somebody's
ever went
doing
after a
something.
sitting
All right.
U.S. president until Nixon, so everything
How-
changed then.
How are you going to get info out of that? You know, by virtue of releasing
it's
that
like
information.
going to-
in
like,
total.
I-
Because when you release it in piecemeal like that, it just serves a political agenda. That's the concern.
No, but people,
Well, that's
the
the point, that's the
country
point.
isn't. We don't know enough about everything that's classified
Right.
that some people get little brief exposure to in their careers, and the reasons that it's classified. In theory, it's classified for all of our safety. In theory. Exposing people to that, it's just like stepping foot in Baghdad. Like, if you put your foot on the ground there, what just happened, sadly, at that military base, you can feel that all around you. It's tension it's scary. Those the people that serve this country in other areas of the world live in a zone that we can't understand
I
while
don't-
we sit here and have our morning coffee.
But we're technically
That's
still at
right.
war. I mean, it's years
Question.
around.
I'm married
That's
20
right.
years. I
Okay.
married my childhood sweetheart. So
All
that's good.
right.
Oh.
Isn't that nice? Wonderful.
4.5
Love
years.
at
That
first
was a
sight,
little bit
19 years
Let me
old.
ask you, what's the number one
19.
lesson that you